Welcome to another episode of The Raw Truth. As always, I'm your host, Big Fanboy, and today we're going to talk about shot number 2 and why I'm wearing this mask, and we will see. Stay tuned. As I stated, today I got my second shot around 12:30 this afternoon. And you know what? Nothing happened. Just a sore arm. Now, it is now 10:17 at night on the same day. Now, we will see how this pans out. Next video, I'll bring up anything of everything or anything that shows up. Like I said, my father had 2 shots, the same Moderna. Nothing wrong with him outside normal shit, him being old and dying. My brother and his stepfather, or father-in-law, had Pfizer and no issues with them. Now, wearing the mask is a slight symbol because the mask still works. This mask here specifically, for my taste, has a filter for in and out. Okay? But the mask still works, no matter how you look at it. And like I said in previous videos, if you think the mask don't work, then when your doctor is doing surgery on you, tell him take it off so he can spit in your face. The reason why the mask is on is to prevent viruses, bugs, any infections caused by germs from us to another person. If we all wear a mask, guess what? No more germs, hence how the flu dropped. My patience is wearing out with this bullshit. Do I need this thing on in my own house? No. Because like I said, my father is vaccinated. I am now fully vaccinated. And I did what was best for my family. Don't mind the lighting. I suck when it comes to lighting. Actually, I suck to all this shit. All I can do is talk. Bring up subjects. I'm not a whiz at this. Anyway, so my father, he had no issues. Not even sleepiness or drowsiness for the most part. Just a sore arm, like when you get the tetanus. So in the future, don't get a tetanus shot neither. Just get an infection after you get your fucking foot cut on some metal. Go ahead. Stop getting shots altogether. Don't get another shot. Don't get any shots. I don't care what it's for. If it's for fucking cancer, if it's for anything. These are all medicines and vaccinations that were created by scientists. So you'll take one shot but not another. That's hypocritical and stupid. And you want to politicize this. Now, I hate to tell you something. The Democrats did not politicize this. The piece of shit Republicans did. That's why the Republican states where the leading cause of COVID is not wearing a mask, those douchebags weren't wearing it during. And you can't tell me that this virus wasn't as bad as the Spanish flu. We quarantined. The flu, every year, nobody quarantines. Because I give you the secret, fuckhead. You don't go outside, less chance. Duh. Now, during flu season, I don't see nobody quarantining or wearing a mask. So during flu season, guess what happens? The flu spreads like hotcakes. But everybody in America, that's American especially, has at least one flu shot. Is required as a child. So your body has some understanding of what the flu is like, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like, knows how to handle it. The novel coronavirus, you dumb fucks, your body has no clue what to do with it. You're willing to risk people's lives because you want to go survival of the fittest genetically? I'm sorry, my genetic makeup is not my fault. It's not my doing. I did not create me. So why should I have to suffer if my family has bad genes. Not my fault. Because you think your family has good genes, you're some super white guy. Because I'll tell you this much. It is definitely a race war. It is definitely a political. Because most of these fucking people that think they shouldn't wear a mask and virus is not so dangerous are Trump supporting white people. Yes, there are blacks and browns that support Trump and blind-eyed don't know why. But mostly it's white. They did report after freaking report during every one of his pathetic excuses for a rally. There were no black people, no brown, except those walking by. So if it's bipartisan or by race, how come there were no black people there? Huh? And a black person that did show up got thrown out? Why is that? Please tell me. Come on. Talk to me. Now, for those of you who saw my last video, commented directly to me, didn't put it up on the page because they were either too embarrassed the kind of war it might start and they don't want anyone making any comments on their comment, self-conscious. And I'll give it to them, whatever. I would have preferred it on the damn video so there could be a conversation, but I do respect the fact that they're nervous. Anywho, in the last video, I said the blood cycling, and women know about cycles because of their menstrual cycle. She started spazzing out on me talking about women don't cycle their blood. I didn't say they did. I said they had an understanding of cycles because of their menstrual cycle. Those are my exact words in the last video. Not they understand blood cycles because they cycle their blood. I never said any stupid nonsense like that. So I want to put it on record. Be more specific, apparently. Women understand cycles because they have a menstrual cycle, which cycles the eggs from their ovaries. Cycling out the no good eggs, or dead eggs, or expired eggs, what do you want to call them, for making room for new ones. So the egg that left the body is not the same egg that's in the body still. So when we cycle our blood, we get rid of the bad blood and keep the good blood. So any microchip that would have been put in our system is what I was referring to, or anything added to our blood would have been filtered out unless it latched onto our DNA. Mechanical stuff doesn't do that. It latches onto tissue and sends electrical signals. But they'll make a microchip. I'll say it again. That small with claws of steel to latch onto you. Now, I won't sit here and act like I didn't have my reservations, but I had common sense reservations. Like with the PlayStation 5. When it came out, I haven't bought it still. It has issues. Like when Johnson & Johnson came out, it was fine. Then all of a sudden, issues. So I was weary and cautious. Now, other people decided to do it anyway against my cautions or their own. And I live with one of them. And I know two others. So it came to a point where, what's the point? And it came to the point where I'd rather take my chances with a cure or with a remedy to that cure or to that virus, because I'll say it again, this is not a cure. This just means if by some chance I still contract corona, it won't kill me. My body will be able to fight it off. That's what this means. It doesn't mean I won't be able to spread it to someone else either. That's not what this does. This only prevents death and make it easier to survive said virus. If you don't want that, then you don't value your own life or the life around you. Now, a friend of mine, I guess we'll call her a friend. I really don't know what to call her. We go in and out of issues because I speak English and she speaks whatever she thinks. And I know she's going to see this video and not be too happy with me. And I don't care. I speak the truth, whether you like it or not. Like with the whole menstrual cycle thing. Someone took that and twisted it and made it something I didn't say. So, point being, I speak English. People misunderstand English because they believe what they believe and want what they want, think what they think, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Like somebody said something about Jew this and Jew that. Nobody said that. Nobody said Jew is a race. But they are still Jews, you asshole. And that's how they refer to themselves. They're called Hasidic Jews, a few other types of Jews. That's what they call themselves. So you telling me they're not a race is just stupid, because I didn't say the Jewish race. They call themselves Jews. You go take it up with them, asshole. Stay the fuck away from me. So they hear what they want to hear, and they say what they want to say, but then they're cowards, because when the conversation has begun, they fuck off. On a few videos back, this Dingleberry who put that comment up, I replied to it. Did he have the balls to respond? Did he have the balls to continue the conversation? No, he fucked off. Coward. I never back down from a fight, but I know when to walk away from one when it's not getting anywhere. It's not the same thing. He made a quote or made a comment and then fucked off. I'll never make a comment and just fuck off. I'll make a comment and wait for you to reply. And then I'll continue the conversation. If it's going nowhere, then I'm going to walk away. But no matter what, you're just going to keep going and going and going, and it's going to amount to nothing. Like on TikTok, my son got into an argument with a TikTok that was claiming any physical discipline should be a criminal act and we should go to jail because it's child abuse. Now these are adults or young teenagers or what the fuck, I never asked their age. You sing a little doofy song about it. Grow a pair of balls. My son, my 12-year-old son, got into an argument with him how he's a fucking idiot. Then he sent me the link to that video because I'm a stickler for physical discipline as well as discipline. So I get into this argument with this dick, and he's telling me, or she's telling me, or it's telling me that the research. I am a father of a 12-year-old boy. I also help parent 6 other children. And over the last 42 years, I've helped 15 different children either grow up or be parented by me. And not one of them was not a success. And not one of them hated me, resented me, none of that. Didn't complain that I was so abusive. Not one. They all said the same thing that my son says. Daddy, I need to be physically punished, and I need to be punished when verbal aggression isn't responded to. So meaning, if he's not listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth, physical discipline is a requirement. When he does certain violations, physical discipline is a requirement. But I don't like it though, Daddy. But it's a requirement. Well, goddamn. You don't like discipline? Holy shit. Do you like your video games being taken away from you? No, Daddy. Do you like your toys being thrown out and taken away from you? No, Daddy. Okay. Now, I'm making this conversation for you to understand. Because he wasn't complaining. He was justifying my physical discipline. But the questions were still asked. You're not supposed to like a punishment, or it's not a punishment. Pay no fucking attention to common sense. If a punishment is liked, then why are you afraid of it? Why do you avoid doing things to get it? That's the whole reason why prison time isn't easy. And they don't just go back home and they just lose all their electronics. They go to a cell. They wear the same clothes as everybody else. They they walk when they're told to. They piss when they're told to. They eat when they're told to. They shower when they're told to. They are told what to do every second of the day. Why is that? I don't like that either. So is that cruel? So what should I do? Send them nowhere? Give them pillows and ice cream? So my child, and I want to keep repeating that because he's a fucking child. These dingbats are adults. Physical discipline is a requirement, not an obligation to avoid it. Because you can't. Your children will walk all over you, and the little shits that run these streets these days who have no respect for adults, no respect for authority, like Paul. Is his first name Jake? Or Jack? Or Jackass? Paul. No respect for authority. Half these YouTubers and TikTokers that go around fucking with people while they're in stores. Like farting on them or fake farting on them and all this other inappropriate shit for a TikTok or a fucking meme or a fucking YouTube. And I'm not talking about people like the Texas Bushman. That's funny. He sits there and he just stands up sometimes, and that's all it takes. They don't notice him. That's their fault. But the other ones that follow behind them and start poking them, and there was a whole thing about throwing a bucket on a guy's head and making it look like everybody got a bucket. Blah, blah, blah. Put a bucket on my head. Everyone with a bucket is getting beat the fuck up right there in the store. So you're going to get somebody else hurt if they're not the one to put the bucket on my head. Because there's no fucking way that some magic creature zoomed by and 3 buckets and left no trace. What, these ninja bucket hunters? I don't think so. I'm not stupid. You put the bucket on my head, I'm fucking you up. End of story. So, to go back to the original conversation, if you care about your family, if you care about yourself, get vaccinated. It's the only answer. You're better off taking chances with the vaccine. That, by the way, is FDA approved, no matter what the fucking news says, or should I say Fox says. It is FDA approved. It had to go through the FDA before it comes to us. So it is FDA approved. Anyway, get the shot. Save yourself and your family a grim future. If by some chance you may get COVID, or they do. Trust me, I know people who have gotten it, survived it, and their loved ones didn't. Can you live with yourself going down knowing it's your fault that your family, mother, sister, brother, children, caught COVID and died, or even suffered because you were a dick? Keep it in the pants and cover up your face, wear a mask, get vaccinated, and get all that can be vaccinated legally vaccinated. It's a no fucking brainer. Please leave a comment. Oh, please do. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, subscribe if you want. I appreciate the members and any support that anyone gives. At the end of the day, it's about being safe, not guessing. You're taking an assumption when you assume that there's something wrong with the vaccine, when there's no proof there's something wrong with the vaccine, except douchebag Republicans pushing that fact because they're against the vaccine. They want drama. They want a story. They want to be in the populace. They want to be popular. What these ass munching monkeys are so hard up for is to be so popular as Donald Trump was. And I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying anything good about him. But regardless, he was extremely popular among his base. These douchebag Republicans want that fever of people worshiping you, wanting to be a piece of shit Ted Cruz. They want that. They crave it like crackheads. And they think Donald Trump is the way, so they're going to be just like him. But it's also contradictory, because Donald Trump said get the vaccine. He got the vaccine. Wear a mask. And yet they still aren't listening. Why is that? Because it's too late. Once you let the cat out of the bag, you can't put it back in. So he already said no mask. And I'm the vaccine, I don't do the vaccine, I'm Superman. So it's too late now. You can't just retract that. He even admitted to being a liar. He even admitted to the people at the insurrection, they were good people, they were patriots. It doesn't matter. It's too late now. You can't try to retract anything or change anything. You can call them whatever you want. Patriot or not patriot, doesn't matter. It's too late, homie. You done did it. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace on the Middle East. Please subscribe, like or dislike, leave a comment. You got something to say? Bring it. I don't back down from a fight, but I will walk away from one if it's getting nowhere. Not the same thing as backing down. There's no point if I go yes, you go no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I'm not going to sit there. That's not my life. If we're not going to get some ground, we're not going to come up with some other truths that make this and prove me wrong, basically. You're not going to come up with anything to add to the conversation, and all we do is beating each other against the wall. As fun as that would be physically, it's not fun verbally, so I'm not wasting my time. You want to have a decent dialogue back and forth, bring all you got. And I'm talking to you Republicans, because Democrats are not going to say shit to me. But you douchebag Republicans, bring it. On that note,